The mountain air was thin and sharp, biting at the two hikers crossing a high alpine pass. The sun shone, but the glacier's cold was relentless. They sought a new route but found something no one had seen for nearly 30 years. A dark shape against the ice. At first, maybe equipment or an animal. As they approached, it became clear. A human body, locked in crystal clear ice. This was no ordinary body. It was a man, frozen in time, his clothes and features eerily intact. He lay on his side, peaceful, as if simply asleep. The ice had preserved him for 28 years since he vanished during a solo trek in the late 1990s. The mountain had claimed him, and now it was giving him back. The discovery shocked the local community and soon, the world. How could a man remain so perfectly preserved? The ice had acted as a time capsule, halting decay. He became known as the Glacier Man, a symbol of both tragedy and wonder. Scientists were eager to study him, to unlock the secrets the ice had kept. His story forces us to see that, in the coldest places on Earth, time can simply stop. The Glacier Man was a reminder of nature's power, both to take life and to preserve it. He was a ghost from the past, a silent messenger from just before the millennium. His body, untouched by time, became a source of immense scientific interest. Sometimes in the heart of the mountains the past returns perfectly preserved. It was a perfect day for a hike, until two friends, seasoned climbers, stumbled upon the unimaginable. Far from the usual trails, they navigated a shifting glacier when a dark patch caught their eye. Curiosity drew them closer, every step on the slick ice a risk. The shape resolved into a man, encased just below the surface revealed by the summer sun. He lay on his back, one arm outstretched, his face turned skyward. The silence was profound. A life interrupted, a story frozen for 28 years. The hikers marked the spot on their GPS, snapped photos and hurried down to alert authorities. The image of the frozen man haunted them. News spread rapidly. A rescue team was dispatched, not to save a life but to recover history. The operation was delicate. The body had to be cut out with the surrounding ice, preserving every detail. The world watched, fascinated. Who was this man? What was his story? The hikers had opened a window to the past, revealing a secret the glacier had kept for decades. The man's clothing and gear spoke of another era. It was like finding a living photograph, real, solid, and cold. The recovery was painstaking, carried out in the freezing heights. The hikers, once adventurers, became the link between past and present. The Glacier Man's discovery was a reminder: the mountains hold secrets, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. Sometimes the past is just beneath the surface, waiting for the ice to melt. The world was left with questions and a story that would echo far beyond the Alps. In the end, the hikers had found more than a new route, they'd found a legend. When scientists examined the Glacier Man, they were stunned by the preservation. The glacier had acted as nature's ultimate freezer, halting decomposition before it began. The extreme cold froze bacteria and enzymes, pressing pause on decay. His skin, muscles, organs, even his last meal, remained intact. The freezing was so rapid, destructive ice crystals never formed inside his cells. This rare preservation required a perfect storm-quick freezing, constant cold, and no thawing. The glacier provided a stable, super-cold tomb, protecting him from scavengers and time. He became a biological archive, every part of him a story for science to read. Looking at him was surreal. He seemed almost alive, despite being gone for decades. This is the magic of ice. It can preserve history in lifelike clarity. The Glacier Man was a direct physical link to the past. Unlike dusty artifacts, he was history in 3 dimensions. Under the right, tragic circumstances, the line between life and death can be frozen in a single moment. Scientists could study his health, his last meal, and the circumstances of his death. The preservation was unprecedented, a rare gift for science. The Glacier Man's body was a time capsule holding secrets only the ice could keep. In the cold, time stands still, and history waits to be discovered. How can a person be frozen for decades and remain so lifelike? The answer lies in cryopreservation. In labs, scientists use chemicals and precise cooling to protect cells. The glacier, though, is a natural laboratory. The man's body cooled rapidly in the blizzard, preventing large, damaging ice crystals from forming. This process, called vitrification, preserves cells with minimal damage. Once frozen, he was buried in snow, which compressed into dense ice. The ice did two things: kept him at a stable, deep freeze temperature and sealed him off from oxygen. No oxygen meant no decay. It was a perfect, tragic storm: rapid freezing, constant cold, and no air. He wasn't petrified or mummified, he was simply paused. The water in his body turned to ice, holding him unchanged as years passed. Nature had created a stunning example of suspended time. In the glacier's grip, the normal rules of life and death were put on hold. The Glacier Man's story, though fictional, echoes real discoveries. Otzi the Iceman, found in 1991, was frozen for over 5,000 years, his body, clothes, and even his last meal preserved. Ice doesn't just preserve humans. In Siberia's permafrost, scientists have found woolly mammoths with hair, skin, and even liquid blood. A 42,000-year-old baby horse and a 28,000-year-old cave lion cub have been found, looking as if they were just sleeping. These are not just curiosities, they're scientific treasures. DNA from these specimens lets us study evolution, ancient climates, and even consider de-extinction. The power of ice to preserve life is astonishing. Nature has been creating frozen time capsules for millennia. Each new discovery adds to our understanding of the past. The Glacier Man's story is believable because nature has done it before. Beneath the ice, stories of life and death wait to be revealed. The frozen world is a secret library of biological history. Sometimes the ice melts just enough to let us read a new chapter. The idea of perfect preservation is fascinating, but freezing to death is brutal. The human body fights to stay warm, but in extreme cold, it's a losing battle. Shivering and constricted blood vessels are the first defenses. As heat loss outpaces production, hypothermia sets in. Confusion, poor decisions, and loss of coordination follow. Eventually, shivering stops, and the body shuts down. The victim drifts into a final, cold sleep. This is likely what happened to our Glacier Man. He lay down in the storm and never woke up. The cold that claimed his life also preserved his story. Survival in the cold is about preparation and respect for nature's power. The Glacier Man's fate is a stark reminder. The wild is beautiful but unforgiving. He lost his battle with the ice, but in a twist, the ice kept his story alive. The mountains demand humility and caution. His legacy is a warning and a wonder. The cold is both a destroyer and a preserver. In the end, the Glacier Man's story is a testament to nature's dual power. Glaciers are not just static ice, they're slow-moving rivers, shaping the world. Born in high mountains, they carve valleys, grind mountains, and carry rocks for miles. Glaciers are Earth's great sculptors, but also delicate archives of history. Each layer of snow traps bubbles of ancient air, recording climate year by year. Scientists drill ice cores to read this frozen history: carbon dioxide, volcanic ash, and more. Glaciers are history books written in ice. But today, glaciers are melting rapidly due to climate change. As they vanish, they reveal secrets like Otzi and the Glacier Man, but we're losing vital water sources and climate records. The story of the Glacier Man is also a story about our changing planet. The same warming that revealed him threatens the glaciers themselves. We're watching the past emerge as the future grows uncertain. Glaciers hold the memory of Earth, but their time is running out. The ice that preserves history is itself endangered. The Glacier Man's discovery raises a haunting question. Could he have been revived? Science says no. Once cells, especially in the brain, are frozen and damaged, there's no coming back. Yet the line between life and death in extreme cold is blurrier than we think. There are rare cases of people revived after severe hypothermia, but never after decades frozen solid. Cryonics hopes future technology might repair frozen cells, but for now, it's science fiction. The Glacier Man is not a story of suspended animation, but of perfect preservation. His body offers a unique chance to study long-term freezing, knowledge that could help organ transplantation. We're learning to preserve organs longer by cooling them. The secrets in his frozen cells may save lives in the future, even if his own could not be saved. Sometimes the greatest medical lessons come from the coldest places. The Glacier Man's story is more than a dramatic tale. It's a lesson about time, nature, and our place in the world. In the deep cold, time can stand still, connecting present and past. History isn't just in books, it's locked in frozen tombs waiting to be found. The Glacier Man reminds us the past is never truly gone. Nature is powerful and indifferent. The same mountain that offers beauty can become a deadly trap. The ice that preserved him was just cold, not kind. We must respect the wild, prepare for it, and remember we are only visitors. The man did not survive, but his story did, achieving a kind of immortality. His legacy is scientific wonder and a deeper understanding of nature. Every life leaves a mark, sometimes preserved in the most unexpected ways. As the ice melts, its secrets come to light, gifts from the past for our future. The Glacier Man is a silent messenger, reminding us to see frozen landscapes as museums of time. In the cold, stories wait to be told.